Home High School. This is Ali Chow
And Aaron Bauer reporting to you live. Next week is homecoming,
an annual event we do here at Sweet Home High School. Remember, voting for court ends tomorrow night. Look for Leadership Kids at break or lunch to get help logging in at votingforschools.com.
Monday is Powder Puff at 7 p.m. at the Husky Field. $2 to get in with your student ID card.
He-Man is Wednesday the 12th in the main gym at 7 p.m. Admission is $2 with student body card, $3 without. The Thursday of homecoming, there will be a home volleyball game against Sutherland at 6 p.m. in the main gym. It is camo out and senior night, so come support your Huskies.
Right after the volleyball game is Serpentine, Bonfire, and the Car Bash. It is $1 to hit the car. Speaking of Car Bash, here's a clip of Dylan Sutson at the scene of a car crash.
We're live here in the car that was crashed last Saturday by Natasha Rasmussen. We just have a few questions for you, ma'am. What were you doing?
Driving.
How did it happen?
I hydroplaned.
How fast were you going?
45.
When did you decide you crashed it?
What?
At what point did you know you crashed this car?
When I was in the ditch.
Oh! All right. That's all we have here, folks. Thank you. Signing out.
And we're back with Dylan Stutzman. Dylan, what was it like being at the scene?
Well, I mean, it was graphic. You know, I hate getting these calls because I go up there and like, that was once a fine looking car and now I don't even know what it was. It's still replaying in my mind. That front clip all crumpled and can't open the passenger door. I don't want to think about it, honestly.
Not only are we setting massive amounts of wood on fire and smashing a car to pieces, we're also hosting an exhaust competition. Dylan, would you like to talk about that?
Yes, I would, Aaron. In fact, this year, there's a small entry fee and a form you need to fill out to enter the exhaust competition. Why, you ask? Because there's prizes. There's prizes for first place, you heard me right, from local businesses around town. There's also a trophy, because if you don't have a trophy, then you're lame. So please enter. Forms will be out shortly. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dylan.
For dress-up days, Monday is class color. Freshmen, you're wearing white. Sophomores, black. Juniors, gold. And seniors, green. Reminder, this year's homecoming theme is kicking it old school. So Tuesday, kick it back to 90s, so wear grunge or hip hop. Wednesday, kick it back to 80s, so rock bands. And Thursday is 70s, so dress as a hippie.
Reminder, the homecoming football game is a pink out, so dress accordingly.
Since we're kicking it old school, here's some interesting stories of people who witnessed it firsthand.
Here we have Mr. Brown, a survivor of the 70s.
Hey, I'm trying to work here.
Hi, Mr. Brown. Can you tell us a little bit about the 70s?
Sure. In the 70s, 1971, I graduated from high school. What was cool to wear in high school was jeans and wingtip shoes with no socks. I know it sounds crazy, but that was, and bell-bottom pants. So bell-bottom pants were in back then. What else? MASH TV. You used to watch MASH TV. It was a Korean. There were medics in the Korea, or doctors in the Korean War. It's funny. Jamie, remember MASH? What else happened in the 70s? I went to LA in the 70s from Iowa. That was a shock. And what happened in the 70s in California? Not much. But mostly people say, cool, that's groovy, that's cool. What? No way. Not like, no way, no valley. Well, actually, they did have valley talk in California, the girls. But that might have been in the 80s. 70s was a great time. I was, oh wow, I was 53, was I 17? I was 17 when the 70s started. I was still in high school. Like you're a junior? I was a junior in 1970. Then I graduated in 71, many, many moons ago. 70s were great.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Here we have Mr. Thorpe to tell us a little bit about the 80s. Hello, Mr. Thorpe. Can you tell us a little bit about the 80s?
Well, I can tell you a lot about the 80s because I was the 80s. First of all, in the 80s, you had a popped collar. You never wore a collar down, the collar was popped. It was up like this. No, we didn't have a mullet. They weren't called a mullet. They were called a bi-level. 2 levels. We were tight on the side. We were long in the back. And some of us that were really cool maybe put a little curl in the back because we got perms. You see, a perm was short for a permanent. If you look in the 1986 photo of me, you'll see me with my curly hair. It's a permanent. We wore our jeans, as I wear now, but they were Levi's and the bottoms were rolled and pegged. Socks were very seldom worn because you were wearing flat shoes. You were in your Vans or your penny loafers, of which a penny went in the bottom laces of your shoes. Jeans were very cool. You guys have holy jeans now? We didn't. We took a razor or a knife and we scraped until we got the perfect shred. But you didn't wear them then. No, you had to wash them. You had to wash them twice to get a good fray happening. Okay? Jeans were wore when they were completely worn out. You cut them off, you slice the side, you wore your boxer underwear. Typically not a solid color, but like with basketballs or baseballs or stripes on them, so you could see your boxers coming beneath your shorts because that was cool. You had OP. You know what OP stood for? Ocean Pacific. You had Ocean Pacific hats, Ocean Pacific shirts. All shirts had a signal, not like Team Oregon USA Wrestling, which is very cool, but no, I had a little Izod. Izod's not a creature, it's actually an alligator. A little alligator, it was called an Izod. You had your polo. Who had polo? Can I get a whoop? Okay, you had a polo shirt, and it had a little polo on it. So that was the style of the dress. Now, you were really cool when you listened to the right music. And the thing about the music in the 80s was everything was clean. No, there was rock, hard rock bands, hair bands. The bigger the hair, the better. If your hair didn't fit in your senior picture, you were doing it wrong. Okay? But hair, all these rockers were clean. They weren't grunge. Grunge didn't happen until the late 90s. Puke, right? So we had We had Van Halen, and then it soon became Van Hagar, but I love Van Halen much better. But all of these groups, and the rock was fun. And the coolest thing about it is that colors. You had nothing was green, nothing was yellow, nothing was red. It was neon green. It was neon red. It was neon yellow. That's how we rolled.
Here we have Miss Klump to tell us a little bit about the 90s.
Hi.
Can you tell us about the 90s, Miss Klump?
The 90s was not that long ago, I swear. It was a lot of like grunge, so you wore like flannels tied around your waist and your hair looked kind of messed up, and you had like big baggy clothing that was not fitted, and your hair kind of had some of the 80s bangs but not a whole lot of it, and there was also like rap was starting, so you had a lot of Tupac Shakur type stuff where you got the headband and you got it tied in the front, sort of a deal. TLC, that was a big band. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Duggar.
Thank you, Miss Klump.
Sarah Bauer,
And Allie Tao.
signing off. Thank you for watching.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.